Hello everyone, Railgan here with another ZvP game. This week we're going to have a look at a lot of different ZvP replays and I will show you a lot of Swarm host games. But today we're going to have a look at something completely different. The Roach Ravager composition in ZvP. Now you might realize, or well, if you play a lot of StarCraft you probably know that Roach Ravager is a rather garbage composition. We're going to start off the game with the standard hatch gas pool opener in the ZvP matchup into a third base. It gets delayed for quite a while. Like right here, he built a pylon and then the cybernetics core. I'm not really too concerned by that. I made 4 links to try and kill the pylon, but he got the core down anyways. So I'm just gonna kill the adept and I'll throw down my third base a little bit later. I built an additional queen just, well, because I had the money. And on his side of things we're seeing a robotics facility and a dark shrine. I'm building the spore crawlers a little bit earlier because I wasn't actually sure that if it's going to be a robotics or a dark shrine. If it was going to be a Stargate or a dark shrine. Against a dark shrine you need the spore crawlers around the 4-minute 30 mark. Now what's very important in the way I deal with the War Prism is that you have a lot of creep spread. So I built that queen rather early so I can actually spread creep. I'm building a spore crawler here as well to move it over here eventually. And I took a total of 4 gases, not all fully saturated yet, and went up to 5 queens. Here comes the War Prism. Roaches are here in time. They usually are. As always, if you want to see the exact timings of the game and want to look it over, you can either look at the production tab up here and just go to the specific spot in the replay, or just download the replay yourself and have a look at them, or just look at the stats on the SC2 replay stats site. That is where the link to the replay is in the description. I think you'll find most of the stuff right there. I'm positioning the spore crawlers right here to kind of make sure that the War Prism cannot go too far. I have overseers ready anyway, so I'm not too concerned by the War Prism, or by the DTs rather. And he turned them into Archons. Going to pause quickly because this is where it starts to get important. I should have this gas saturated. It's a huge mistake to not have that saturated. But I built the evolution chamber a little bit earlier on. I'm going for the missile upgrade, and as soon as my lair finished and I had the 100 gas ready after building some roaches, I'm getting roach speed as well. He on his side of things has zealots, sentries, immortal, kind of the usual stuff that you will see. Just wanted to pause and highlight that quickly. I'm trying to take 4th base right now. He's of course as the cutesy War Prism micro. I'm positioning my queens here because I realized that there's a pretty big chance that he's just going to drop from over here into this space. I don't really mind if he tries to take out my 4th base because I'm rushing across the map as soon as my 1 attack upgrade and roach timing hits. So here we go. Immortal barrier triggered. Going to slow it down a bit. He doesn't have charge slots yet. I'm not sure if that's a mistake on his side or if the build works like that. He has a lot of cannons and photon overcharge, so I need to be careful. I realize that he's warping in DTs, so I snipe them immediately. DTs, I don't want him to morph them into Archons. If you check my money, well, because I don't have that gas and these gases, I can't actually spend all my money right now. Still trying to keep up the damage. He built a lot of cannons, I'm not sure why exactly, maybe he thought I was going for Mutas. 1 shot on the Immortal triggers the barrier is off, we immediately kill the Immortal. They can no longer manually activate the barrier, so you always want to hit like 1 shot on the Immortal and then you finish him off. Keep in mind he still has the War Prism here and he took out that base. I have my queens here to defend, but it doesn't quite work out. So I keep pressuring with roaches. The Immortal is doing a lot of damage of course, already up to 10 kills. But he lost a lot of probes as well. Still keeping up with that damage. Come on, kill it. Yeah, buddy. That's what you like, right? Problem, as I mentioned, I didn't take this gas. And these gases weren't taken by me either. If you look at the income tab, I'm only up to about 58 workers as well. He of course has far less because he lost a lot of workers right there. Here he makes the mistake of warping in the Archons too offensively. Roach Ravager is not really a good composition, so I cannot promise you guys that this will work out for you. But for me it worked fine this game. And I should have killed this robo, I think. The big danger is, what's really dangerous for me is that he could get the Disruptor out. And Disruptors absolutely clean house against Roach Ravager. That's also why I will need to make a lair transition, Hydra or Infestor transition eventually. Still, it annoys me so much. I didn't even notice when I played this game at all that I never took that gas. I always figured I just took it, because on the minimap, if you check the minimap, it's just a blue square there, and there are a lot of woozly things around, so I just kinda assumed. But always better to double check, I guess. He makes the mistake of not going for the Disruptor, so I just keep powering on with the Roach Ravager. The thing is, it doesn't really matter how much Roach Ravager I have. I'm max against 130 supply, but it's still somewhat hard for me to fight. At least as long as he has force fields. Once the force fields are gone, and he also forgot charge. I'm not sure if he forgot charge or if he deliberately cut it, as I mentioned before. I can spend all this money immediately right now, because I have like what you want with this composition is 3 minerals per gas. So I have 500 gas, I should have 1500 minerals to immediately build the roaches. Per 100 gas for roaches, so 500 gas is... Oh, big engagement, wait. It's 500 gas is 20 roaches, what I wanted to say. But the Immortal Archon, like, this army doesn't really look too big, but it looks very dangerous to a Zerg player, because he puts force fields here and the Immortals just shoot my army apart. I built the Infestation Pit and I'm going for a Hive so I can add a Spire and eventually go for Broodlords. I took this base as well because, I mean, might as well expand, right? Gotta do something with my money. Upgrade wise, I only have the 1 damage upgrade. Not sure if he has any upgrades at all. He has double damage upgrade. Well, you cannot really compensate Immortals with armor upgrades anyways. You can kinda compensate charge slots, I guess, but that's about it. Here's an observer there in case you were curious what that is. And I'm gonna speed this up a bit. I think this could actually be the final fight. Yep, pretty much. So I just pushed on with Roach Ravager, threw down the bile to kill the force fields and of course the sentries, and then once the Immortals are left, kill those, snipe the mothership core. I took the hidden base over here. I'm gonna clean that up quite soon as well, but first I'm just cleaning house over here. I immediately eliminated the Dark Shrine at his natural as soon as I could, so I don't have to be worried about any additional Dark Templar. And I spot this base. Set up for one last attack, more of a lot of Ravagers, have the Greater Spire on the way, and he GG's out. So that's what I had for you guys today, because you sometimes ask me things like, is Roach Ravager still viable? Well, technically yes, you're probably going to die against Disruptors. We saw 2 replays now, where I played Roach Ravager against Protoss. 1 game against Immortal Archon, 1 game against... 1 game defending against Immortal Sentry into Disruptor. Both games ended with my win, but I can't promise you guys that this is a solid strategy, because I definitely always feel very scared when I play it. You have to do a lot of damage with it, is what I want to say. So as always, thank you for watching. The next 3 days you're going to see Swarm host in the ZvP matchup, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Until tomorrow, bye!